And welcome to the DarkSide Gaming Podcast, number 16, October 9th. 16. We are your hosts, Reaver
and Sojex.
Alright, so let's get right into it. What have we been doing?
Just WoW.
This whole week? Just WoW guy.
Liar. That's actually been a pretty fun week.
How's it going, King?
It's King of Madness. What's up, bud? Except for the fact that King betrayed us and he's playing an alliance character, you know. Besides that, it's been a good week.
That was a blow. It was a horrible blow.
Actually, I might make an alliance character with you.
Oh,
so,
God.
Some stuff changes my schedule, so I've been able to play some more games. I've played a little bit more Fallout. I started up Deus Ex on the PS4, the Human Revolution.
Okay.
It's really cool because if you never played whatever the hell the other one was called.
Mankind Divided.
Oh, no, that's the new one. So it's Human Revolution, then Mankind Divided.
Yeah.
So if you never played Human Revolution, there's actually like a solid 12-minute video you can watch that recaps the whole game, and it's actually pretty interesting stuff. It gets a little into itself with its philosophy of either the augmented people versus the non-augmented people, the purists, the let's evolve together as a species, and the conspiracies and all that. But it was pretty cool from what I played a little bit. A lot of really cool, of course, it's the whole augment stuff. So, like the guy, I think the only thing left of him human is like his head. Like he's got like super robot arms and robot legs. It's pretty cool. I didn't put too much time into it. Yesterday, for the first time, I had a ton of fun playing Miscreated, which we have a couple videos up of. We did a nice long stream yesterday, and that was a fucking blast.
Yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit more.
Shout out to American for hooking me up with that. He's like, hey, you like survival games? I was like, there's a bear shit in the woods. So he's like, all right, I got you. So he hooks it up, and we started playing, and I was having a ton of fucking fun. You know what this makes me we'll talk about it more a little later, but it makes me really excited for Escape from Tarkov. This really makes me excited for it. But we'll get more into that later. Short of that, my quick WoW update. My warrior is at item level 839. So
one more item level.
One more item level. I didn't look. I woke up late today, way later than usual, like 9. It's way late for me. So I didn't look at my world quest and stuff. But I'm gonna go see if I can't find that last item that I need to get to 840, so I can be raid ready.
Okay.
Or at least mythic ready. No, that'd be raid ready, right? 840, it's raid ready.
Yeah, you're 840 is raid ready, and mythic ready. You're ready right now.
Yeah, cool. So that's that, and I have been working on a mage, which I've been having some fun with. I did some PvP, low-level PvP. I made a Blood Elf female mage. She's only level 15 right now, 16 maybe. So I went on PvP, though. I was having a ton of fun. It was kind of cool to get to not be the center of focus of attention, because anytime I've ever done PvP on WoW before, it's been I'm the healer, and everyone's melting me, or I'm the tank, and everyone's ignoring me. So, because this one guy was funny, because there was this guy on there who was playing a Tauren Paladin, and he's like, hey guys, I'm trying prop for the first time. Any tips? I'm like, yeah, hit shit and don't die. So, yep. And then this other guy's being a smartass, says, oh, why are you playing a tank in PvP? That's stupid. What are you going to tank? The critters? And it's like, yeah, you can't. There's no true tanking in PvP. But being the guy that's really, really hard to melt, you can still do a really good job. But speaking of which, I think it just ended minutes ago. The live stream on Twitch of World of Warcraft's tournament going on. They were a bunch of the Americas teams were competing to who's going to represent America in the BlizzCon championship. It was an opportunity. If you synced up your Twitch and your Blizzard.net accounts, you get a title. I think it's Patron of War. So mine I'll say Sojex Patron of War. So
title whore.
Yeah, I am a title whore. And
title whore, mount whore, achievement whore.
I just got Dragon Slayer. So I'm Dragon Slayer Sojex. I went and did a Cataclysm raid, and I got something else, another kind of cool one. I can't remember. Oh, because I finally finished my warrior campaign, I got Battle Lord. So I'm Battle Lord Sojex. So it's pretty fun. But what else? I think I'm looking forward. Have we heard anything else about Stardew Valley's co-op?
There is a mod out right now that lets you do co-op.
Interesting.
But co-op is coming sometime next year.
Oh, okay. So it's still a ways away.
We finally got the 1.1 update for the first big content update for Stardew Valley.
Nice.
So, but I'm waiting on the co-op stuff.
But
I don't want to get invested into it.
No, yeah, not that, and that's exactly why I haven't played it yet. I don't want to.
I want to play it. I don't want to get invested until we do the co-op.
No, because that's the kind of game where you put in your work and you get to the point where it just.
All right, I put in too much work. I don't want to start over.
You don't want to start over. So, but speaking of putting a lot of work with very little payout, fucking Miscreated is a ton of fun.
Yeah. So let me go over my stuff real quick. Me and Doom finished up Dead Island Riptide.
Yeah, it's finished the story.
We finished Riptide.
Nice.
We did it in like three
It's
sit downs.
Well, that's the thing. Dead Island's always been a short game.
We had fun with it. It was
and that's what counts. Like, I think we felt very much the same back on PS3 when we played the first Dead Island.
Yeah.
We had a ton of fun playing. I was playing as Sam B, running around punching the shit out of everything, and having a ton of fun. But yeah, they're short games, but they're super fun.
Yeah. Apparently, there's like a new game plus mode for that stuff. You can go up to like level 70. Like it keeps going. Like I think we finished the game. We were in the 40s, so there's like quite a bit more you can go.
But is it the kind of game? Is it like Borderlands New Game Plus to where? Oh, sweet, good job, man.
Nice job, King.
I gotta grind out that eye level.
Now you gotta grind out that eye level.
But if I'm on and you need someone to tank, hit me up if you want to run dungeons and stuff. I'm always willing to help you out.
Then me and Doom started our Dying Light.
That's what I was looking at. That's on sale right now on Steam.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was like...
We were so mad because I bought the season pass, and then the next day, it went on sale. So mad.
Yeah.
Doom literally texted me in the morning and said, "You will not believe this," and was just laughing hard.
That's our luck. It's our luck.
Careful guys, you're tank town. See, he was going to help you. Not anymore.
Now I'll heal you with my warrior.
So we're doing Dying Light. We knocked out the prologue part, and we just started playing, and then I had to cut the stream early. Mm-hmm. I've done a little bit of WoW. I got completely fucked on a Mythic level 2.
There was a little bit of grounds in that.
That was there?
That's okay then. Yeah, you told me about that. But tell them.
Guy.
So the way these Mythic Plus, it's a keystone, right?
You get a keystone. Right. You go in, you set the level for Mythic. When you hop in, there's a little font right at the beginning when you zone in into the dungeon, and you put it in, and then it increases depending on the level, the health of the enemies and the damage they do.
Okay.
And then you get better and better rewards the higher level up you go. So we're going through, and we never even get to the first boss. There's a wipe because either tank's not holding aggro or DPS isn't moving. People die. There's a wipe, and then dude leaves, disbands the whole party, gone, done. There goes my keystone.
Is your lunch break
So there, all that goes. Fucking nothing. Got nothing.
That's actually.
So I literally stopped playing that day, and I haven't played the rest of the week because I'm gonna wait until this coming week, and then I might not even play this coming week either because I gotta see how my wife's schedule is gonna work. Just find out when I can start doing my streaming schedule.
Right.
But I want to get in on the raids with the guild, and they do it once a week, every week. So.
Right. Well, that's the other thing.
And I think we have two sets. We have people working heroics, and then we have a normal that's done on weekends, I think. So
a heroic raid? Fuck.
Yeah.
860 something at least.
Probably.
So I was just thinking though, if King wants to tank, I have no problem with stepping down from tank because
you got to grind out your fucking artifact power for your fury or arms.
Oh no, I wouldn't do the warrior as DPS. I want to do range DPS. I have noticed because I've been spending a lot because of some of the ways to make money. I've been spending a lot of time in the city, and there is a drastic need for range DPS because everyone's melee, and then especially on the healer's perspective, if you've got a range DPS, there should be easier to stay out of the damage.
Follow me.
Yeah, just follow the healer. So I'm looking at one of the three, either a warlock, a mage, or a hunter. I've always wanted to make a hunter, and I never do.
Why don't you just do it?
I'm thinking about it.
I've always wanted to do a warlock since day one.
The mage. Yeah, you have. And you remember when I was starting?
I was having too much fun with my hunter,
well,
though.
I remember the first time we played, the very first time, you made that Blood Elf Warlock, I made a Blood Elf Paladin, and we're going through, and then we get to the same level, and you were a few levels higher than me, and we duel, and I beat the shit out of you, time and time again, because at that level, a paladin and a warlock, like it's not happening. So, and you're like, fuck this, and you went and remade a hunter and then went back.
The funny thing is, warlocks beat the shit out of fucking paladins now. It's like their antithesis. Too many dots all over the place. You can't stop it.
Yeah. Well, and so what I'm thinking, King. Yeah, if you want to switch over to tank, grind out your artifact power for tanking. I'll help you out with that, and I'll just take some time catching up to you guys. I do also have my Demon Hunter. I could Demon Hunter DPS, but Havoc they put out some good numbers. But I think I really want to go. Well, I kind of want to do mages. They have the ability for portals, which are a blessing.
Yep.
And they have.
I actually love my druid because of that. I can. There's no cooldown on my teleport to the Dream Grove.
Yeah.
And go there, and then from there I can go to anywhere in the Broken Isles, Dalaran, whatever. There's a flight path there.
What?
Then, yep, there's a flight path there that takes me anywhere in the Broken Isles.
That's hella cool.
And then, so I can go to Dalaran from there, and then take Dalaran in the portals where I need to go. And it's
you can
constant.
move around easily.
Mm-hmm.
See, as a warrior, all I got is my stones, my Hearthstones.
And then I also have Garrison Hearthstone, regular Hearthstone, and the Dalaran Hearthstone.
So you can keep resetting your Hearthstone to wherever you're questing. See, I keep my Hearthstone in Orgrimmar because I want to be able to get over there fast sometimes. Because if American hits me up and says, "Hey, Obliterum's going for 3K," boom, I'm gone. Because I finally did the quest. It cost me literally like 10K gold to buy all the items I needed to complete that quest to make the Obliterum Forge thing.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna.
Here, we didn't use Tepic this time.
Oh, there we go.
So I built up the forge so I can go in and I can melt my own stones that I make, the alchemist stones. I can melt them down, get the obliterum ash, and apparently the alchemist stones give you the most obliterum ash than any of the other crafted items. Like I get on average over 100 per, so almost every one I'm getting an obliterum to sell.
Nice.
So even if right now the costs for the mats, it's not super cost effective to go buy them, but when I first did it, I made like 60K because...
Yeah, I noticed you were making a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, because the Fellwarts were only like 100 gold. Now they're up to 400, so it's not really cost effective to go and do it. But if I make it out of my own mats, then it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. So, and then I played a little bit of Battle Right to get back on topic with Doom. Like, I don't know. I think that's gonna be like our go-to game for like, all right, let's get a few games done real quick.
Is it the MOBA?
Yeah, it's the one that's literally just team fights. Like, so it's like it takes the best parts of like League and Smite and all that and turns it into just a team fight.
Okay.
So in the match, it's best of 5, so the matches go really quick.
Okay.
So first to 3.
And this is the one with the same business model as Smite, where you pay the $20.
You can now. So it's going to be free to play come January.
Okay.
January, February, something like that. But right now, you pay the $20, and you get all the characters, all times, forever. So I was like, fuck it, $20, whatever. And it's fun. I actually really enjoy this. Then off the cuff, something I didn't write down on our docket. Open Legends. Remember I was talking to you about that. The tabletop.
Yes.
Did you have any more time to look into how that system works? And
not into the details of that system, but from what I read of it, it's just an open source material to D&D your way into a more, like, to be able to customize it to really what you want to make out of it.
I'm really liking the system.
Well, I like to be able to do something and be able to stream it for people, but I think it'd be difficult to pull off. I mean, it could do like a live stream, but we need to be like a table set up. It'd be weird.
We can figure something out.
The other thing I was thinking that we could do that might be interesting if we used something like Fantasy Grounds, and we already own it.
Well, yeah, we own Fantasy Grounds, and I'm wondering how it would be to put the system in place. I really
That's
like
what's difficult because with Fantasy Grounds, unless it's one of their pre-made things, you got to know how to fucking code.
If that's the case, then we can do Roll20. And apparently Roll20 has been getting a fuck ton of feature updates.
I have kept an eye on it.
Yeah, I have too.
A little bit, because I get a lot of their emails.
Mm-hmm. I do too. I'm still subscribed to
I'm still subscribed to it. You get the emails, oh, check all these stuff out. But apparently they recently got licensing for D&D.
Yep, they got licensing to put actual D&D content up. They're I think, I haven't gone to the site, but I think it's like completely different now. Like it's had some overhauls.
Because that'd be something that'd be really easy to share with people and even get people in to play with us. Because we have people like Dart is always open to. He wants to play D&D.
Dart's got a Pathfinder thing he's doing.
I actually really like Pathfinder. Yeah. I have in the last year. I've been playing a 3.5 game with my friends, and with it we kind of take bits and pieces of what we like from different things, and then one of our bigger resources is Pathfinder. And
because awesome. It's open source, and that's one of the reasons why Open Legends is coming out as open source. Yep. Anyone can do anything they want with it right off the bat. Well, and one of the reasons, so let's break down why we're very interested in this right off the bat is...
We're nerds.
Well, we're nerds.
Geeks,
nerds, whatever you want to call us.
Squad.
Neckbeards. Fleek. Get the fuck out of here.
I was just saying words.
It's a completely...
I'm drinking raspberry green tea. That's pretty...
It's a pretty open system. We can it focuses more on the mechanics and not the flavor fluff. So you're able to take this and you can do high fantasy D&D style, or you can take the exact same system and turn around and use it for Warhammer 40K Space Marines.
Which I would probably never do.
Or you could turn around and do a fucking modern post-apocalyptic or like Fallout style.
Yeah, post-apocalyptic.
We can literally do Fallout.
And first I'd like to say shout out to the two YouTube channels that I watch the most, Nerdarchy and Dawn Forgecast.
And Dawn Forgecast, yes.
Yeah.
Nerdarchy did a thing with them. They did an interview with the main guy. Yeah, that's how I heard about it.
I like how they approach a lot of things, and so like the mechanics, let's call it gameplay versus story versus narrative, right? It's just really the two things that are kind of combating each other. I've been in games where I have to say right now, and it's not just because it's the current person I'm playing with, not because he's my current DM and I don't want to piss off my DM. I'll piss off my DM, I don't care. I feel right now he has a good balance of story and gameplay.
Okay.
So like one of my best examples so far, because I forget what the heck I was watching, but I was inspired to throw tables, and there was a half orc.
Me?
Yeah. There's a half
brick.
Orc. Oh, your brick. Oh no, this was way after that. Way after that. Anyway, long story short, I flipped the table and I was trying to flip it onto the guy, and it was just really off the cuff. And he he let me try to do it. It failed epically, but there's a cool story. Like, we found this dude's journal. We found the main bad guy who trapped us, who summoned us here. We found his journal. So we have his journal entries. We've been reading through that, and then we figured out that he hates his master too, like classic villain shit. But he does a good job of telling us just enough story, but at the same time letting us kind of figure out what we want to do. We've come across two NPCs specifically that I can think off the top of my head. One, a Drugar, a dark dwarf, who was chained, but who was there against his will, but he was clearly evil, and our party is very split. I play my monk as, you're going to laugh at this for other conversations we had, but as All Life is Precious monk. Because he cannot, a true monk will not kill. If he can avoid it.
Yeah.
Now, if it's pure evil, I'll kill it. That's, it's a little different, and then especially if they decide, hey, we're going to attack. Like I try to, I'll knock the shit out of somebody, but my monk will. His name is Deathall. He'll restrain himself from killing, and one of the reasons. And he's part of the Order of the Broken Blade, and he carries a badass longsword on him that he'll break out when shit really goes down, and he just fucks shit up. He's like really talented with it. But anyway, and then we also have a wizard with us, a magic user, who if we got to jump on somebody, she doesn't even like us she doesn't like initiating the aggression. Like, let's find a diplomatic solution. She's a
Jedi counselor.
Yeah, she's a Jedi counselor sort of thing, and she's really cool. And we call her Purple because she had when she was learning, she had an accident with her spells or whatever and turned her purple. So it's
fantastic.
And like my guy, because I'm a Warforged, he doesn't really take too much time in learning everybody.
That's how you're a Warforged monk.
And he's
All Life is Precious robot.
Like, he just kind of like, hey, purple elf, you thing, creatures.
You thing.
But anyway, but this guy, turns out we might have accidentally killed his brother.
Fantastic.
Because we accidentally set this other place on fire because we were fighting these kobolds, and they shot an arrow into a flaming arrow into a oil barrel, and the place kind of exploded. So we may or may not have killed his brother. So yeah. But anyway, I would be super interested in looking at it. Of me and my.
Because the one reason I like this is that it focuses so much on the system, and the system is simplified, yet you can do complicated and intricate things with it. That it's easy for everyone to pick up really quickly, and then so all I have to do is focus on story.
Well, and that's what's difficult, because that's what's difficult to cater to, because depending on the team you've got, you can have someone, and then even like me on a day-to-day basis, we can play today, and I could be like, oh man, let's role play the shit out of this, and tomorrow I could be like, I just want to knock some fucking heads, and that's what I think as a DM or GM, whatever you're calling yourself, it's just such a difficult balance to keep. But having something like Open Legend that gives you all the tools you need, and really the fluff is whatever you make out of it.
Well, because the one reason I like it, you're not locked into character archetypes.
Right.
Your fighter is not a meat shield, like a guy who takes punches to the face and he happens to have a shield and a sword. He is someone who can disable the enemy, who can stun, freeze, slow, knock down, throw. I've
always liked how the ability of,
because I like
their
the Boons and Bane system.
I call it kind of the Skyrim approach. In Skyrim, you can decide. You can be going, you can pick up, you can start the game, right? And there's only so many things available in the beginning of the game, the axe or the sword or whatever. And there's a handful of spells, a couple healing spells. And then the game opens up, go figure out what the hell you want to do, get good at this, get good at that. But with the Boons and Banes, lets you, I'm sure.
Long ass hair.
Yeah, it's probably.
I don't think it's yours. It was too light.
Yeah, it could have been my wife's.
Yeah.
Now, well, that would probably for my beard. I don't know. I shed. It's winter. Winter's coming.
So one of the things I really like is the Boons and Bane systems and how spells work. So spells aren't locked behind level, and they're locked behind your attribute points in your certain things. So like you start off with 40 and then you have to put points in, and it's like a point buy system. But it's if you have 2 points in your attribute already and you want to put a point in. You need to spend the amount that it's going to increase to the level. So if you have 2 in there already and you want to go to level 3, you need to put 3 points in. And every level you get 9 points to start fucking around with. And so you start off with 40 and you can do what you want and blah blah blah. They already have a whole little thing that I think could take about a month to play if you play once a week. Depending on how long the game sessions are. It's like a beta test type deal.
Okay.
Or alpha test, I think they're still implementing things. But it's really good. And on the 18th, their Kickstarter pops up. So
are you thinking about investing?
Oh yeah, very much. Like I've already talked to my wife about it. We're highly considering that, along with this,
which we're going to talk about here in a minute.
Yep.
I'm looking to see if I can find that PDF for myself so I can download it.
But here's one of the things I like. If the action roll equals or exceeds the challenge rating, the player succeeds. Is less than the challenge rating, the player succeeds with a twist. Or the player fails, but the story progresses. GM's choice.
Well, that's just
I know, and that's some stuff you can do, but I like how it's already built into the system.
That is in the system already.
I guess.
No, but things have a difficulty, a DC check.
Yeah.
It could be a DC 15, and so, for example, we were having a bitch of a time. It was a locked nightstand. Nothing simple. Nothing crazy. Just very simple.
Why didn't you step on it?
Well, the thing is though, right? We're in a high mage's bedroom, his personal bedroom, his personal nightstand. Literally anything you could imagine could be in there.
Yeah.
Because he's a mage, and who fucking knows what the hell he put in there. So
he got a magical slipper.
You never know. Well, we found a bag of holding.
Oh,
that's what it ended up being. But if I had crushed it, it would have.
Your foot would have gone through.
It would have destroyed. No, it would have destroyed whatever was in. There was something in there that was going to lead to it. There was like a potion that would have destroyed it or something. There was something in where it was. I can't remember the details. I forget.
Like the little thing from the Da Vinci's Code where it's a papyrus in there and it's got vinegar, and if you try to force it open, it dissolves.
Everything. It was something along those lines. I can't remember what it was that would have broken, because oh, that's right. In the bag of holding. Well, it was a lesser bag of holding.
Okay.
Like my guy who's 6.5 feet tall puts his long arm in. It stops up to about the forearm, a little over the elbow. And then I was reaching in so here was the reason I went in, because my arms are made of metal and wood and shit. So, I could just put another one on, and I was like, guys, I'll reach in because you guys all have fleshy parts. So I reach in and I pull out. I think it was a couple of scrolls, which turned out to be spells for the mage that she's gonna learn, and then it was a potion, and it's a potion that if we had ripped it, it would have destroyed the bag, and we would have just found a little purple cloth. That's all it would have been.
Okay.
But no, it was, so my point is, though, with the DC checks, it was, I still don't know what he set the difficulty to. It took the rogue kept breaking the lock, kept breaking the key in the lock. She kept failing all her damn checks, and and she was trying. And then I even tried. I like thinking outside the box because it's considered a monk weapon in 3.5. I have a shuriken. Mm-hmm. And I pull out a shuriken and I jam it into because it's a regular drawer. Mm-hmm. So I jam it into the top, and I was gonna do a what's it called,
nimble fingers?
No, what's it called? Like a non improvised weapon, improvised like weapon check sort of thing. So I was gonna jam the shuriken in, and because I don't have fleshy hands, I was gonna jam it into my hand and like strength check to just pop it open. I was going to try to do, and I failed it. We all kept failing it, and none of us were rolling. I'm guessing it was like 20 was the check with bonuses, and none of us were getting even close. So it was finally after like because the mage happened to have mend. Mm-hmm. She kept repairing the lock, and then we kept testing it until we could fucking find it. It literally took us like 3 or 4 times. But then anyway, my point with that is that there's already DC checks in. They just word it easier.
Okay. So, see, I guess that's something right there. Instead of just having the party stop everything they're doing, stop the progress, and sit here and just roll for days, that I guess the GM or DM, however you want to call them, could have just said, all right, you pop the lock, something sprays in your face, and now this happens. And, where you still succeed, you still get the item. Like, he wanted he put it there, he wanted your team to get it. Mm-hmm. But since you guys failed the check, you get it, but then something happens. I think is where, so you can just keep it moving. Instead of we just all stop and now we're spending 30 minutes trying to open a fucking nightstand, you could have just, like, alright, they succeed, doesn't matter what you rolled. If you rolled a 1, alright, you popped it open and then something really bad happens.
It's actually really funny that you mentioned that. I actually happened to critically fail when I tried with my improvised shuriken. Mm-hmm. And my DM, we went to a little event at a local game store here in the Arden area, and he bought a deck of critical fail cards. You randomize and you shuffle them, and each card has like 1 to 5 different outcomes of a critical fail of a rolled 1 on any kind of check. And because I rolled a 1, and it literally is like, oh, maybe I'll get to use them, and I roll 1. God damn it! But it turns out as I was applying the pressure to it, the shuriken flipped out of my hand and hit my partner in the back.
Fantastic!
Oh, sorry. So she was asleep. She happened to be sleeping in the bed. She was taking a nap.
No,
she was healing. But yeah. So I think that's where. And that's the beauty of being the DM. You get to do whatever the hell you want. As if you set it up. And, I'm going to they're going to open this regardless of what they roll. But if they roll between a 1 and a 10, here's what's happening. If they roll between an 11 and a 15, here's what's happening.
Yeah.
And a 15 to 20, here's what's happening. And you determine no matter what they roll, they're going to open it. But if they happen to do a 20, nothing bad happens. But if they have to roll a 2, there's a spider in there that bites them or something.
That way it doesn't, you don't stop the party. You don't stop the progress.
That's just up to you. That's just our DM likes to make it fairly real in the sense that things can take us a real amount of time. We found a slave. We assume she was a sex slave. We don't know. Mm-hmm. It's kind of bad, but she doesn't talk too much. And I scare the shit out of her because I'm not from this dimension, and I'm a giant hulking thing with the emotionless face.
Yeah.
And we had several times she would freak out in the middle of a fight and start running away, and we're like, "Fuck, we gotta go," because she's gonna run to something else that's gonna kill her. So we ended up having to tie and gag her. But he likes to make shit real like that, possibly real. So all that is just up to you, the DM, or me, the DM, whoever's doing it. How do you want your story to flow? I actually kind of like that idea. You have a a locked thing. Now, maybe instead of it being, maybe it's magically locked. I don't know. You come up with whatever the hell you want to come up with.
It's really the DM's decision.
And then, especially, that's why I think there's a huge importance, and I know we've watched these videos before in a play 0 or a day 0 or whatever. Session 0, to where everyone makes their characters, gets to know their characters, talks about them, kind of around the campfire sort of thing, and kind of figure out. Now, what's really difficult, though, I find, especially like with this guy that I'm playing, things change as you go along. You might have a character in mind on day one.
Well, that's the thing, Blight Me. As a DM, you can't be a stickler. You have to be able to be fluid. because nothing's ever going to go exactly the way you think it's going to go, and you can't force your players to think down that path because then it's not fun.
I think there's a key difference in a good DM and a bad DM. A bad DM is going to have their players play their game. A good DM is simply narrating the game that the characters are playing.
Yes.
The difference being, the easiest, most classic example, you're going down the road, there's a path that forks, left or right. In your mind, in your notes, you wrote out the party's going to go left. And they're going to encounter an ogre, and then this is going to happen, and then that's going to happen. But then the entire party decides, hey, you know what? That looks weird. Let's go right. If you were that kind of stickler who's, oh, no, in my script it's this, then that just fucked up your whole night.
Because everyone's going to go right. You didn't prepare for it at all.
So it's you gotta go with the flow. But at the same time, I'll say it 100 million times more probably. You play your game however you want. Me, if it was me DMing, I go, okay, cool. They decided to go right, so I instead just say everything happens. So in some games that I've played, there's just simply the illusion of choice, like in the video games we play. No matter what you do, like for example, Dragon Age, you're gonna end up fighting the archdemon at the end. There's no real fucking choice.
Yeah, there's no real choice. Like, you have an illusion of choice.
Who do you have as your partners? Werewolves or mages? Well, I'm gonna have the goddamn werewolves because they're fucking werewolves. Fuck mages, and then there's just the illusion of choice. But if it's you DM however you want to DM. There's some people who like in the old. You look at old school first edition rules. Dwarves can't be paladins.
That's the dumbest thing too.
It makes no sense. Well, the problem is that that's how it existed back then because original dwarves, they don't worship deities, they worship ancestors, and then it depends on what lore you're talking about. R.A. Salvatore's dwarves are like weird sailor squiggly arm guys.
Oh no, you're talking the. Oh my god, I forgot the name of it. His
Demon Saga.
Yeah, his proprietary, his own.
That's what I mean. His not Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, his own.
I don't like those dwarves because
I don't like them either.
I love dwarves.
It's a great story, and I like what he does with magic, how it's all tied to stones, but in like different types. But to just alter game element because you can't make a roll and nerf the event just to move it along is wrong in my opinion. I don't know.
And that's exactly that. I mean, that's your opinion. That's how you feel about it. It's how you would run your game, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
I have no problem with strict rules, with loose rules. As long as you and the players know. Well, I guess the players don't have to know the details of your rules.
No. And you know good, you know loot.
That's also true. Like in my example with my DM, this is just a couple weeks ago. If I had decided, because it's a nightstand, my 6.5 foot, 300 pound Warforged could have easily grabbed it and started slamming it against the ground until I broke it in half. Mm-hmm. That would have destroyed the contents inside. So I could have done that, and I did punch the shit out of it.
Well, here's the other thing too. As a DM, and say you were playing at my table and I was DMing, you would not know that wasn't part of the story to begin with.
It's true.
You would have no idea.
It's not like you would tell the players.
As long as I didn't tell you, you would never know that's how I planned to do it all along. You would just think, oh, well, I just fucking succeeded.
Yeah, cool, sweet.
And this was going to happen regardless. Like, this gas was going to come out and hit me.
I personally really love, I know it's going to sound weird, I kind of love oversaturation of, like, loot. Of, like, cool loot. Because one, it makes you choose stuff, and then it lets you do shenanigans. I love shenanigans in tabletop games. I love coming across a sentient sword that's talking to you and talking shit and fucking with you. And you're like, what the fuck is saying that? And it just turns out it's a sword.
So you like the RP part of it a lot.
That's why I play it. Because if I want to play a cool action game, I'm going to hop on a computer and play a cool action game.
And speaking of RP, miscreated.
So like last night, I got tallied with guarding the car, because we built a car, which is a fucking achievement in that game. We put a cart together. We found all the wheels, found the gas, found the oil, found everything. We put it together, and I got kind of volunteered. Hey, Sojex, you're gonna watch the cart. And at first I was like, this is stupid.
You didn't have enough.
I didn't have enough stuff, and so we're walking around, and I was really bored with it until I went out, came back. And Reaver's like, hey, did you see me? You just walked right in front of me. I was like, what the fuck?
He kept walking back, too.
Yeah.
And he even looked at me and turned around.
Well, because I was just kind of patrolling around the cart. It was how I was approaching it. I was like, I'll guard the cart. I'll kind of patrol a good 20 feet around and try to keep an eye out and everything. But then the fact that I walked right by you several times and I didn't see you, I was like, fuck, concealment in this game is real. So after that, I was like, dude, you just hid in the bush? And after that's all I was doing. I was just hiding in the bush. So then you got to watch the cart. I got this. Hide in the bush. Well, if we stop by the house,
if you patrol, someone sees you.
Yeah,
you create you have such a higher amount of, it's an exponentially higher chance of someone spotting you.
Yeah.
Versus you sitting somewhere concealed and not moving.
True.
Like, at all. And so, like, just sitting there, and then, like, good luck finding me. Like, you won't see me until like, I've already seen you.
And then it was fun, because after that I was making it a game out of myself to sneak up on these guys. Like when Doom was on, and everyone was walking around, and then I hid in that garage.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And then I was like, who's that? And I started
lying.
lying.
Really couldn't see you until I was, like, halfway into the garage.
Yeah, dude. And I could have lit you up by then. I probably could have killed all three, if I had enough ammo and I could pull everybody off quick enough.
That's the thing. The 308 rounds are one shot to the fucking upper chest.
Done. But the more I think about putting a D&D game back together, I get really excited about it. So yeah, we should look at. I'm assuming because it's open source, it's free.
Yeah, it's gonna. So they're having a Kickstarter to fund them to do this.
To do paperback options.
Yeah, there's gonna be paperback options. There's gonna be physical media. There's gonna be an official source type of stuff to buy.
Okay.
And then they're gonna give away like the system. The system's gonna be free. You're gonna be able to download that, look at the system, do whatever. But they're gonna have your adventure sources, your races, your archetypes, all that kind of stuff. Because I don't think there's gonna be actual classes. I think there's gonna be archetypes. So like, do you kind of want to be the wizard? You might want to go down this route. Do you want to be more of a necromancer? Go down this route. And that's one of the things.
That's one of the things I was so disappointed with 5th edition. I wanted to make a necromancer.
And here they have a set of like Skyrim alteration, conjuration, creation, entropy. Entropy being the necromancer thing, and then you mix entropy and creation together, and you're getting conjuration.
Well, I saw the one pre-generated character where it was a puppet master.
Yes,
a creepy ass puppet master who they combined entropy and summoning shit, and he's summoning fucking puppets out of nowhere. I would never do that because puppets are the fucking demon childs.
But now
imagine clown epidemic. Fuck the clowns. I'll take the clowns. Fuck puppets.
Now imagine this. Now imagine making a character who summons things or raises the dead, but is a master in alteration as well. So now he's physically enforcing his pets.
Yeah, so now they become stronger.
Yep.
Because I've liked the idea of like a summoning class
with light like destruction magic that just it's a lower end, so it's not really high dice. But even then, because it has exploding dice, I don't think I talked about this.
Exploding. I was just
any dice that hits the max
roll. So if it's a D6, you roll a 6, that dice explodes.
Explodes, and you roll again, and if it just infinitely explodes if you keep hitting max.
The hard thing with that is the DM side of it. Because I've had this conversation before with my father-in-law. My father-in-law is actually who really got me into D&D. He gets all credit for my D&D love. I was already really into RPGs before that, loved them, and that's because you introduced me eventually with Oblivion. Well, I guess technically Pokemon introduced me to RPGs, but not in that way.
Yeah.
But we started playing, and I remember the very first time. And now back then we were just dating, but my wife and I we were at not Barnes and Noble, at a Borders bookstore. You guys remember that? You guys remember that relic? Go get your artifact power for that relic. Borders. And we came across actually you have it up there. The 4th edition. 4th edition player handbook 1 and 2.
Yes.
And we call him up. We're like, hey, would you be interested in playing? Blah, blah. He's like, oh god, I haven't played him forever. Yeah, let's look at it. And he was interested in looking at new stuff. He busts out his old dusty tomes, and we're looking at that.
Yeah.
And
4th is so bad.
4th is a fantastic art book, is what it is.
Yes, it is.
It's a beautiful art book. That's all that is. It has a bunch of like words in there that's supposed to mean something, but they don't.
And then fifth is really good, but I'm now 100% super interested in Open Legends.
Yeah, I mean,
like, I'm extremely excited.
The thing with any of it, though, I've always been a proponent of
Well, no, because I like the amount of player choice in creating your character for this.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
But I think that would give you a balanced way of doing it, like a pre-made balanced way of doing it. But that's not anything that we can't come up with. We can't sit down. It's not anything that we can't sit down and think of, hey, let's come up with a way to make a character creation thing to where I like point buy systems. We have to make a choice. That's one of the things I like about 3.5 and Pathfinder.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess it's just the systems are so different from
D&D.
Any of the D&D stuff, and I think that's one of the reasons. Plus, I like the boons and the Bane system. Like, I guess you gotta really look through that. but I'm liking that system a lot better.
Yeah, but all of it isn't anything that you can just write.
I suppose.
Especially if you already understand what they're trying to convey with it. So exploding dice, you implement that. That's easy. So I hit him with a sword. I roll a d8 and I hit the 8. I do it again or something, whatever the hell it is.
I guess you could.
But yeah, I mean, having a guideline pre-made by someone else is nice.
All right, well,
let's get into actual first topic, since we spent almost an hour talking about nothing.
So,
I thought we were talking about COD first.
No, I didn't actually put anything in here for this.
Okay.
I just wanted to hit this really quick.
Okay.
This is going to be a quick little... So, Wasteland 3 actually hit its funding goal in 3 days. $2.5 million in 3 days.
Jesus.
It's still got
2% of goal.
it still has 25 days and 6 hours to go. Well, probably 5 hours now. But yeah, and then now they're hitting nothing but stretch goals for all kinds of stuff. They're like adding. I don't think they were expecting it to hit this fast. But this is great news. I'm really excited for this. They're adding all kinds of stuff. Like right now, if you want to go and pledge, it's $33. Mm-hmm. Is the lowest tier you can grab, and the game's gonna be $50 when it comes out, and you get the game for $33 right now. Damn. They had 3,000 early bird special ones, which was $25 for the game, and they ran out instantaneously. Like it went up 2 minutes later. The $3,000 the $3,025 ones were gone.
Jeez. So we look at rewards or campaign. Here we go.
Yeah, it's the $30. I thought it was $33. Anyways,
you 15 or more, and you get the copy of the game.
Which one are you looking at? Is that Wasteland? That's Wasteland 2.
Why that still be?
You're the old one.
Oh,
that's the old Kickstarter.
That's stupid. I
don't know why they keep them up. They should go away. That's Wasteland 3. The one you're looking for. It's on Fig. It's not on Kickstarter.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, it's on a new thing because you can invest right here, and you can invest. The minimum investment is $1,000. And you get a portion of the revenue generated from the game when the game launches.
How's that a minimum investment of $1,000?
Yeah, so there's pledging, which is
pledging,
what we're talking, and then there's investing, where you invest, you put money up for the game, and you get a portion of the revenue.
Oh wow! They haven't added much since then.
No, not much.
$500.
It's gonna slow down now.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. I'm pretty sure they're gonna break 3 mil. But it's surprising. People really want these old, like, isometric type games.
Yeah, see. Well, because they're a ton of fun, you know.
They are.
I think the isometric games do really well in the hardcore gaming community because they don't focus on the flash and pomp and circumstance of your AAA titles. Mm-hmm. That's nice and all. I enjoy a great looking game, but what really makes the game, in at least our opinion, is a solid story.
Story and gameplay.
Give me a solid story and gameplay. Give me something that is enjoyable to play, that I want to keep going back to, that I'm hooked into, and you know it's really hard to peel yourself away from it, unless it's really brutal and hard, and then you cry and then you go away. But
Dark Souls.
So the $33 digital copy, I just want to go through it if anyone's interested. $33 digital copy. You get the forum badge, which is kind of cool, and then you get the digital copy of Wasteland 3 plus early access. Ooh,
yeah,
PC only, early access. Estimated delivery Q4 of 2019. So
yeah, it's a ways ago.
You're waiting a little while, but that's fine.
Yep.
A $45 called the Wasteland Scout, which only has 138 backers right now. You get the forum badge, digital copy, Wasteland 2 Director's Cut,
which I already have.
Cool. And then the Digital Ranger's Guide to Colorado, and Digital Novella Bundle.
This is the way to go if you don't have Wasteland 2. You grab the $45 one, you get Wasteland 2, and then you get this when it comes out.
And then $55 Bring Your Buddy.
Yeah, so you get a second copy.
Extra copy of Wasteland 3. Nice.
Yeah.
And then $60 the all digital super tier. You get the same as the other ones, plus an art book, soundtrack, and high resolution art. $75 first access. All
everything
the same stuff, plus you get
your name in the credits,
plus 3 alpha access.
Oh,
for $75, you can get 3 alpha access codes. No. Wasn't 3 alpha, not 3 codes. Alpha access. You just get alpha access, and your name in the credits, which is pretty dope. $95 early bird collector's edition, holy balls, and
this one has 1,735 backers
of the 2,000. There's only
2,000,
265 spots left at this very moment
You
in
get
time.
the Wasteland 3 Collector's Edition plus everything we've already mentioned.
And we have no idea what that's going to include.
$105
Well, for $105, all that same stuff, plus your name in the credits.
plus your name in the credits. Yeah.
Oh, no, you didn't get name in the credits in the other one, too. What the hell is this
which
ad?
one? Collector's Edition, name in the credits. It must be like probably an extra copy somewhere again. Access, Wasteland 2, gestures, digital. I don't know. Fuck it.
But anyway. $250 a signed collector's edition, which is pretty dope.
And a plushie. A Night Terror plushie.
Oh. Only one of these. There's $750 ones. There's 75 available.
You design an item.
That is dope. All the preceding rewards plus a chance to design an item for us to put in the game pending approval.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
$1,000 one.
Design an NPC. What? We all need subjects in the game.
And shoes. And Wasteland 3 gamer shoes. Because it's all about the shoes, guys.
It's all about the shoes.
And then the last one's $5,000.
No one's done this one yet, but
you design a unique encounter.
Dude.
Plus everything we mentioned.
That's a solid investment though. $5,000. Holy
That's
shit.
Yep.
But I like stuff like this. I mean, we've talked about before the dangers of an early access game or not out yet game.
Yep.
I think though that these guys
they've already proved themselves at Westland 2.
Yeah, in Exile have their
shit together.
They have their teeth cut. You know, they've cut their teeth. They're ready to go. So it'd be cool to see this Fallout. Are you gonna hop into this?
Probably. And did I fuck that up?
I'm thinking the Activision. Sure, why not?
Yeah, whatever. I don't even know. Fumble.
Not that we have a problem with language, but let's just not put it in our title. That's going to be strolling along.
Yep.
So if you're a Call of Duty fan, I hope you graduate middle school here soon. and that you get your date that you want for homecoming next year. But I mean, Call of Duty is cool. I've always said it before. Like when I'm looking at when I do purchase both, which this year I am not doing, but when I do purchase both Call of Duty and Battlefield, I look at it. Do I have my buds to go online and play with? No, I'm gonna go play Call of Duty because one good player can win a match.
Yes, you can lone wolf it.
Whereas on Battlefield, I mean, you could be fucking John McClane and you're not gonna win.
Nope.
You could kayak. No, not happening. But go ahead and take over these shenanigans.
So here's the thing: Activision is locking your copy of the Modern Warfare Remastered, which we all know you get for pre-ordering Infinite Warfare as long as you're getting the higher tier bundle. So the $80 and up.
Yeah, the $80 and the $120.
Yep. They're locking your copy of that behind the actual disc of Infinite Warfare. So the game's not on the disc. You actually get a download code, but you can't play it unless you pop in the disc. So if your disc gets scratched, if your disc is ruined, your extra $20 that you spent to play Modern Warfare is worthless. It's gone.
I have
the air.
I have strong feelings about this because historically it's always really hard to not buy Call of Duty. I'm not gonna lie. It's always really difficult not to. Many years have gone by where we go the entire year saying we're not going to pick up the next Call of Duty, we're not going to pick it up, and then they release it, we look at it, we're like, damn, this looks cool, fuck it, let's play it. And then pretty much every year, about 2-3 months at the most, we're done with it. We got what we wanted out of it, and we're done playing it.
Me and Doom are seriously considering maybe not even picking up Battlefield.
I'm not picking it up for a while.
We're really looking forward to For Honor, which comes out in February, which is looking really nice.
I know I can't pick up Battlefield Day 1, so
I can't.
Well, here's my problem. I got and I know it's silly because they're completely different genres, but I got Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm super stoked for that. That you guys know that's my jelly, my jam, and my peanut butter.
Yep.
That's what I'm really excited for. So. And then I've got Final Fantasy 15 in November as well.
Yep.
And then sometime Q1 next year, I'm going to have possibly the Nintendo NX along with Breath of the Wild.
Oh, and Mass Effect Andromeda.
And Mass Effect Andromeda.
March.
So there's a lot on my plate. There's a lot of stuff that I'm playing now that I like to keep going. So it's plus I'm not going to lie, it's a little intimidating going to the straight shooters on PC. I'm thinking about getting a controller. It's probably going to be my best option.
Probably.
I know I've been saying it for a while, but It'll become more realistic here soon for the reasons that you know.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Well, first, what a certain retailer is doing that is complete garbage. I don't even think it's legal. So here's how it works.
It's not.
You pre-order the Legacy Edition or the Collector's Edition, the middle tier and the top tier. You pre-order them, and then you can actually gain early access to the game, to the campaign of Modern Warfare Remastered. The catch is you have to pay off the game in its completion, which you usually don't have to do for any other thing unless you order it online.
This is bullshit, by the way.
And then you are not allowed to cancel it. You cannot cancel the game after you have received it. And the reasoning is because you have now received a portion of the game, you cannot cancel it.
Here's the thing. The portion of the game is going to go away the date that the freaking game comes out.
Yeah. Because
it's going to be locked behind the disc.
Yeah, the update's going to come out.
So it doesn't matter. Here, you're holding someone's money hostage.
Right.
You're saying you can't have this. You haven't received your full product. You haven't even received... You received a piece of it. It's not even the full part of Modern Warfare. It's only the campaign.
It's just a campaign.
It's not even the multiplayer.
It takes like 3.5 hours to beat.
Yeah, exactly. It's bullshit. It's illegal. It's crap, and I hope they get sued.
Yeah.
To stop the practice.
Stop.
The only reason you'll ever hear me say I hope they get sued
is to stop the practice.
Is to stop the practice of whatever they're doing.
It's to set the precedence to change, like we were talking before about the false advertising with like No Man's Sky. We have to. The gaming community has to be able to say, we won't allow you to do this to us.
And the only way that works is if someone gets sued, it sets a precedence, and it hurts the company's bottom line. Because then they stop.
Because you know what? It wouldn't be difficult. Here's what wouldn't be difficult. You can easily, because of the fact that you can rent games on, I know you can rent games on PlayStation Network. I don't know if you can do it on Xbox, but I'll assume yes. You can rent the game for a certain amount of time, like on PlayStation Now. You can go download a game, it downloads the portion or the whole thing, whatever it does.
It downloads the whole thing, and you play it for a certain amount of time.
You have, some of them are 7 days, some of them are a month. You have that amount of time. And then, because it's DRM, because you have to be online to even play it, it just locks it, and you can't turn it on. Why can't they do the same with this? Hey, go pick it up, and then... it still doesn't solve the locking the copy of the Modern Warfare, but I'm talking about specifically with the retailer and the canceling of the product. That it doesn't... it could just lock it when the game comes out.
Well, here's the thing. Come the launch day, if anyone wants to refund it, they can.
Yeah, you can't. They can't tell you can't.
Because their policy on the back of the receipt says, as long as the unopened copy, I can refund it. What are you going to tell me? No, it's not on your receipt.
Right.
You did not tell me. There's no policy, and you can say I told you until you're blue in the face. You have no written proof.
Yeah. Welcome back, King.
So I don't know. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, and then I personally have really strong feelings for
it's
digital.
Not consumer friendly.
It's not consumer friendly, and then digitally buying anything, and this is why I have had and continue to have such a strong, what's the word I'm looking for? A holdback. Something holds me back from going full digital with my console, and with the PC we don't even have a choice anymore. It's all digital.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that some of the companies go out there and give you a DRM free. Like for example, hats off to Wasteland 3. It's going to be a DRM free copy.
Yep. GOG.com.
GOG.com. I have a DRM free copy of Witcher 3, which I'm very happy with.
I do too.
I don't like the fact, so like on PlayStation Network, for example, I own Minecraft and Diablo 3 and a handful of other games, digitally only. If I am having an issue with my internet and it can't verify, I can't play my game. I have paid full price for this game. Even offline. I can't play. Minecraft was digital. I purchased it digital. I cannot play it online. Offline. I can't.
Okay. So I have games I purchased digitally.
Sure.
If my internet's out, I can still play them as long as they're online games. So I'm wondering if those specific games have an online DRM function to them.
I can't access them at all. Like a little icon of a lock, like a padlock opens up. You click it, nothing happens. It must be online. Blah blah blah. And that's with Diablo, because you can play Diablo by yourself, not online. You can play Minecraft by yourself. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever played Minecraft online, except for that time that we played with Bug Nasty and everybody, and that was on PC. That's apples and oranges.
Yeah.
And then there's other games too. Like I have I got a free copy from Sony of Uncharted Collection. I can't play that. I got Uncharted 4. I can't play that unless I am online. I can't play any of the games that I bought digital on the PlayStation 4. I cannot play them.
That's
offline.
fucking weird, dude.
And that's how they all are. And it's the same thing. I thought, well, maybe something weird with my settings. My father-in-law's same thing too. He has Minecraft digital. Can't play it unless you're online. And for a while, he was having some issues with the internet. So he's like, oh, I can't fucking. And he's retired, so he plays a shitload of Minecraft. He's like, I can't fucking play Minecraft. It's stupid. Luckily, he's got a nice Steam account with a couple cool games on there. But
yeah, even Steam, people go, oh, well, Steam's DRM. Kind of, but not really. You can go in the offline mode and play all your games. As long as they're single player.
Yeah, as long as they're single player.
Obviously, you can't play a multiplayer game if you don't have internet. Like, obviously, come on.
The building's tall because it's tall.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, it's I don't have. I mean, obviously, yes. There are the games like the MMOs. You know, if they shut off the MMO, then that's it. You're done. You know, you can't access it. But that's obvious because it's an MMO. There's no server that you can hop onto.
Yeah.
But I know, you know, I've had issues with the internet, and I go onto my Steam and I can play Fallout. I can play Skyrim. I can play whatever without being online. You know?
Yeah.
So, but Call of Duty.
But this is how you get your game pirated.
This
is exactly how you get your game pirated.
This is how you get your game pirated.
This is how you get your game pirated. Like, 100%.
Well, and then
another thing is you can't trade. You paid an extra $20. Here's the thing: $80 is the minimum price to get Modern Warfare Remastered. You are literally paying $20 for a digital copy of Modern Warfare Remastered. That's the price they attach to it.
Yep.
And here's where the big thing's coming from. Activision has straight up said it's a standalone game. That's a fucking lie.
It's not
standalone if it's tied to Infinite Warfare. So what happens is if I decide to get rid of Infinite Warfare, I want to trade it in, I should still be able to keep Modern Warfare Remastered because I paid the extra $20 for it. Mm-hmm. Your Infinite Warfare is $60.
The second you get rid of Infinite Warfare, you can't.
Here's how bad this is. Activision literally has an FAQ for the FAQ to explain this. If you need to go through that much explaining, you need to not do it. It's bad practice. It's bad for the consumer.
In an era right now where we're getting so many HD remasters and,
here's
and everything like that, why can't I just don't understand? I mean, maybe only they literally just did this to force pushes of their sales of their Infinite Warfare.
This is exactly why. Because people are only, I think they're outnumbering their $80 pre-orders over their normal copy. Because people want Modern Warfare. They do not want Infinite Warfare.
No.
Nobody's going to get Infinite Warfare alone.
Yeah. Huh? It does have Jon Snow in there. He plays the bad guy, I think.
People aren't going to play it. Even then, you rent the game from GameFly or Redbox or whatever. You play it for one session and you beat the game. Yeah, people want the remastered. And here's the thing. And because they're making so much money off of this already before the game's even out, there's no reason for them to release Modern Warfare Remastered by itself. Watch. I bet you they will when they announce the next Call of Duty 3 months after this has been out.
Now available.
It's stupid. It's dumb. I hate it. It's completely dead. And I think you can play the Modern Warfare Remastered campaign like right now or next week, I think. I know it's very, very soon.
Yeah, well, if you do the pay off the whole thing.
Yeah. Don't do that, guys. Don't pay off the whole thing just to play the game. Here's the other big thing, you can't refund it because the company that's doing that won't let you refund it.
Well, here's the big thing too, though, is that they say they won't
raise enough stink.
That's all you gotta do.
Like, I will fucking call a lawyer if you don't give me my fucking money right now. Let me talk to your DM. Let me talk to whoever.
The only thing that I do question is, like, for example, you know how when you sell DLC now on the pin pad, it comes up and you have to read it to the customer. Say, hey, you're buying a digital product. It is non-refundable, and double check, verify with me now that it's for this system. So you verify with that customer. That might be what is their saving grace, but
does that pop up for this?
I don't know. I haven't sold it because I don't suggest it to anybody because that's a waste of money.
Yeah, I want to fucking...
I don't know. I have like yesterday I had a customer...
I'm glad I don't work for that company anymore. I'm so sorry. I know you're looking at staying.
This is simply a stepping stone while I'm doing my thing.
I know this isn't your career we're talking about.
No, and at one point, I'm not going to lie, at one point I strongly considered it because as much as I don't like it, I'm good at selling. I'm a good salesman, and I thought I could do this is something I could do for life. It's definitely not for me.
I just refuse to sell my soul now. I can't. And some of the things that they were trying to tell us just before I left, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, and that's the difference of having a good leader versus a puppet leader. a puppet leader like the one you had is just going to follow along, march along, and follow the beat of the drum.
His boss says something, so it's like fucking step 2. No, I can't think outside my own box. I can't think for myself.
You get some of these middle-aged people who go into this company, and I don't mean anything bad to them. Some of them I highly respect. You know who I'm talking about. But other ones go into it because you kind of have the rest of your plans haven't really gone your way. And I understand that. I understand that firsthand. I'm the age I am.
Life throws curveballs.
It happens. But so they get so blindly terrified of losing their job that they're going to follow everything, even if they themselves don't believe in what they're having to do. And
I think that's the thing. If you're gonna be a leader, you need to believe in what you're doing. And if you don't. You shouldn't be doing what you're doing then.
At the same time, though, you got to do what you got to do to keep a roof over your family's head. You know if shit hit the fan, something. Heaven forbid, if something happened and you had to go and make shit happen, you would make it happen. Period. Is what would happen. Like, my backup career is to go back and sell cars. If my life falls apart and, like, my wife becomes terribly ill and I have to, take lead and, keep a roof over our heads, I'll hate every fucking minute of it, but I will go and I'll sell cars and I'll put a goddamn smile on my face and people will never know the difference. I'll probably become an alcoholic, but I'll do it.
So, I think we both agree this is fucking stupid. It's a horrible practice.
Activision in general does shit that we just don't like.
Yeah.
Period. And unfortunately, they're one of the publishers that I just don't care for.
I'm surprised that Activision doesn't get the worst company in America over EA. Like, I don't
Well, I think EA might just be hitting people's soft spots because they have that proprietary... they have that ability to do the Star Wars games right now. And they do a lot of the Disney games that we... that people look for and want to do, so it just makes it difficult to not put them up there when they're hitting your childhood.
How much of an oxymoron is this, or like double Digital Homicide dead? Like what?
Digital Homicide, the company.
Yeah, the fucking studio. So, update time. We talked about it before, how they were suing Steam game reviewers. All that kind of crap. So, the developers who sued Jim Sterling, Dr. Johnny, this is the earliest you've been on in my time, the real Connor. No, we do this every Sunday at 2:30 p.m.
Our time. But welcome.
Thanks for being back here, man. So, the developers...
Wait, hold on, sorry. The real Connor, happens to be a reference to... Adam Sandler's latest movie, Popstar? If it is, please let me know, because that's hilarious. And if not, just say it is. Anyway.
So, the developers who sued Jim Sterling, Steam Gamers, and Valve, they closed up shop finally. Finally.
Good. Never got a note?
I never got a note. Yeah, every Sunday, 2:30 p.m. our time. So, an hour earlier. Is that a soda tattoo? Dirty Crackhead. Yes, it is, my friend. It is Darth Nihilus, and then there's my Mandalorian symbol right there. My favorite game franchise of all time. Reason why we're also DarkSide Gaming. Alright, so let's get right off to it. They're dead and gone, finally. Fuck shovelware devs. Okay, so here's why. Thank you very much, Dirty Crackhead.
Noise.
Speaking with Tech Raptor, Digital Homicide's James Romine explained that Valve's decision to remove all the studio's games from Steam is what did them in, and I'm happy for that.
Good.
Like, I don't ever advocate everyone losing their job.
No, because unfortunately, people who had nothing to do with those decisions lost their jobs.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That sucks. But these two fucking brothers are fucking dicks. And they're the worst. Yes, DarkSide.
I also wanted to destroy shit. That's,
lightning.
I popped out and I was like, oh, let me just destroy shit. I was screaming not because of pain, because of anger. The doctor slapped me and I slapped him back.
Of course, dude.
With lightning.
So the reason why Steam removed all the studio's games, why Valve removed all the games off of Steam, was because they decided to start suing Steam gamers.
Right.
About 100 of them. And they're like, and they said, you're being hostile to our customers, so fuck you. This is our... And here's the thing. They sued Valve right after the Steam gamers because they wouldn't have their games on their platform. It's their platform. They have every right to decide who puts their games on their platform and who doesn't.
Yep.
I mean, this is fucking common sense. Yes, you do.
Yes, he does.
Yes, you do.
Indeed.
No,
but it's true. I mean, it's literally their own shit. Like, you can't tell me what to do with my own thing.
Yeah, it's like if I own a game store and there's a game that's about my game store, and I'm like, I don't want this game here. I don't have to have it.
No.
It's so here's James Romine straight up said this. The case dismissal was only due to financial reasons caused by the removal of our games. I believe the case was very solid. Yeah, right.
Huh.
There were in excess of 140 false statements by the 11 Steam users, tens of thousands of posts harassing myself and my customers, 3 direct interference with written contracts with third parties by Steam users, some of which were competitors, and much more. A combined in excess of 25 reports were filed against the worst users of the 11 with no resolutions being found. Yeah, I wonder why. Your shit... When you put up a review on Steam, you are now considered like a reviewer.
Right.
Which you are protected from libel.
Right.
You can't be held accountable. These are your opinions. You can't be sued for your opinion. Technically, it's not illegal to be racist. It's not technically illegal to be an asshole.
No.
Like, you can be those things.
It's frowned upon.
It's frowned upon, but it's not illegal.
No.
You can't get sued for it.
No.
So when these Steam users and their games are crap, we'll actually get to that and why. But regardless, it sounds like Digital Homicide is out of the games business finally. Here's what James Romine said: as far as Digital Homicide, it's destroyed. It's been stomped into the ground from 1,000 directions, and use is discontinued. I'm going back into the workforce and watching what's really going on.
If you commit a hate crime, if you go and beat the shit out of somebody because they're black, because they're white, whatever, but you cannot. Someone. I don't even want to say the words.
Don't say. I mean,
but someone can go out and say, "I hate this type of people." You can say it all you want. It's
not a hate crime.
It's not a hate crime.
A hate crime is when you actually commit violence towards the person. Battery. Everyone forgets assault is only verbal.
Assault can be verbal. Yeah.
Yeah. Assault is verbal. Battery is actual physical.
Yeah.
You cannot like if I went out and because I'm white, if I beat up a Mexican or a black person or anything that's other than white, they could try to say it was a hate crime if I was spewing racial slurs against that person.
Yeah.
And then I was fighting them. Then they can go, oh, it's a hate crime, blah blah blah. That's racist. But if you have to prove it's a hate crime, like it's. Just for me saying those horrible words, it doesn't matter.
To put it in even simpler terms, there's 2 types of pie: peach or apple. I hate apple pie. That's not a crime.
That's not a crime. Dirty Crackhead.
Dirty Crackhead.
Thank you for joining, man, and welcome to the dark side.
So you can't. You can't. We're gonna get way too political, but you can't. That's feeling that way, having that opinion is not a crime. Acting on it is a crime.
Yes.
Another worse example, and my wife's not going to like it. You see a hot girl down the street, you look at her, maybe you even think of what you will do to her, but you don't do it. You didn't cheat. You just, thought about it.
Well, and that's,
just because you're on a diet doesn't mean you can't look at the menu.
Exactly. You can't...
I can hear her rolling her eyes. I just heard her rolling her eyes.
We're at the point where people are wanting thought police. Thinking away is now a crime.
No.
And you can't help that. A lot of people think of a lot of really horrible things cross people's minds.
Yeah.
It's your free will that prevents you from doing certain things. So you decide, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I thought of it. It happened. But I'm not gonna do it. And
it's the whole id versus ego versus super ego, the whole balance of it in your mind. But
thinking of stealing, that's psychology. But thinking of stealing something, and then whether eyes were rolled. It's true though. He's completely right. You can think all you want. It's not cheating though. And then because if he doesn't tell you, all right, you don't fucking like that.
If I look at Dean Winchester and I lick my lips,
yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. She just licked her lips.
Yeah, exactly. I look at Dean Winchester and lick my lips. You can lick your lips all you fucking want. You ain't ever gonna touch it. The moment you touch them, then you're acting upon it. So yeah. But to the other thing, it's you can't feeling a certain way, thinking a certain way. You can't. That's not a crime. But so back to what we're talking about. these guys, these users, these Steam users give their opinions. I go and I've given my opinions on several of the games that I've played. I plan to eventually become more intricate with it and become more detailed so I can actually help people make their decisions.
Yeah.
But it's how I feel about the game. I have experienced a product. I either liked it or I didn't, and I give my reasons why. Now, these guys have a track record of putting out dog shit as games.
Yep, it's hard to feel bad for a company that just throws a crap ton of shit, unfinished games at Steam with trading cards attached just so people buy them just for the trading card system. That's why.
A lot of their games are dirt cheap.
They're dirt cheap, so you buy them for the trading cards. You get the trading cards, you start trading around, and that's why they do it. It's called shovelware because they're throwing super cheap games, and what they've said, they tried to say, oh no, we're trying to change the paradigm and dynamic of what small games should be, and trying to give a price point.
That was a 3-syllable word right there. Paradigm. They
tried. Yeah,
they're like, let's look at the thesaurus.
Yeah, they looked through the back pages of the thesaurus.
Oh god, I thought that was your dog. That's just your hairy ass leg.
Yeah, no.
Jesus.
So I don't know. I'm sorry that some of the developers lost their jobs. Probably some of the people who had no choice were stuck in the shit.
I'm sure there was a fair amount, and probably a good amount, a very good amount of the people, the developers, the writers, whoever was involved, who was sitting there doing their jobs and they're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Stop.
But couldn't say anything because they're on the fucking bottom.
What are they gonna do? Lose their jobs? And then unfortunately now they have. I wish them the best, whoever they may be. Use their talents,
but
and don't make shit games.
The owners of the company, these guys are fuck. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your spouses and your kids.
I'm sorry,
but I'm not sorry for you.
Chose you.
Yeah, you made the stupid decision, and then you wanted to go and sue every fucking person you could touch. Yeah. Like, no, you deserve everything that just happened to you.
Yeah. It's like that meme when the guy's on the bike and he puts a stick in the wheel and flips over. And
and then fuck whatever.
Yeah.
Other than himself.
That was you.
That was your company.
Was you. Digital homicide.
Well, so this should actually be the end now. So I guess they're stopping the lawsuit against Jim Sterling. They're stopping the lawsuit against the users, and they're stopping the lawsuit against Valve. But it's depending because they want a refund of all their court fees. So it's pending on that if they approve it or not. And if I kind of want the judge to go no and make them continue with the lawsuit.
But no, you gotta keep suing them
because they literally have no money. Because I guess they were still making money off of this shit because people would buy it to put bad reviews and then refund it.
Damn it! I should have thought of that.
Or they just keep it because it was like 99 cents or whatever. But they were making money off it, and then the moment they decided to sue the Steam users,
and they pulled the games,
Valve said "fuck you" and just took it all off and said you don't need to be on our platform.
Yeah, I mean, you literally cut them at the knees, like you're not making money.
Yep, you're not making any more money.
Well, and like I said, I'm personally very proud of Steam for doing that. Whoever made that decision,
finally stepping in,
stepping in and making that decision that these are our users, this is our clientele, and we're not going to allow them to be treated like shit by a developer who's got no ground to stand on. They believed it, they stood by it, and that's admirable. And
which Steam gets a lot of shit. Valve, like themselves, get a lot of shit for all this stuff
because they won't make a 3 anything.
Yeah, but like right here, you can do nothing but commend them because they protected their users.
Yeah, and that's
a good thing.
That's what we want.
Yeah, they're like, no one treats our customers like shit except us. It's like the big brother mentality.
Yeah, and say you're a big brother. So when someone's gonna beat your little brother's ass, you're like, no one's gonna beat my brother's ass except me.
Except me. All right, so we're on to the next one. And surprise, surprise, we have a little bit more.
I hate these guys. Can we never talk about them again?
Nope, we're probably going to talk about them as soon as Sean Murray shows his face again.
Sad.
Dati. I can't type. Alright, so Reddit moderator Rogue Wolf, right? He acted just like his name. He deleted the whole Reddit page for No Man's Sky. He was the moderator, leaving it with just as much content as No Man's Sky itself.
Lol.
He called it a hate-filled waste hole. Well. The page. I wonder why.
Did he meet my ex?
Yeah, I know. Since Hello Games has not provided a community hub for No Man's Sky, no forums or anything, so there's no place to go to talk about it other than this Reddit page. This is where the community goes to talk about the game. Air criticisms, voice complaints, or praise.
Mm-hmm.
It had over 150,000 subscribers to the subreddit.
That's, yeah.
And here's what he had to say. So I purged the subreddit. It's become a hate-filled waste hole of no actual discussion.
AKA my ex.
Like every subreddit ever, actually.
They're all...
It's not what we intended it to be, and I don't like providing a platform for hate. Here we go on this hate fucking shit again. I'm sorry to everyone who used the subreddit as intended, but you are now in the minority. Well, he actually put majority, and I fixed it for him. I'm sure he meant minority. I'm sure you can find a different place to discuss this game. It's not hard. This is like the only place that a community can go.
I'm sure there's other places.
I could do it on my own Facebook page. You could do it
on 4chan and other places.
Well, this is the only place that actually had a subreddit. Like, this is where all the community went.
Well, that's just because Reddit is so popular in and of itself. People like to. I've actually started to really be, checking out Reddit a lot more when I read. I feel Reddit gives. Well, here's the thing. I disagree with everything that he's saying already, because Reddit's intention is supposed to be an avenue platform to be able to say what you want, how you want to say it, without worries about.
You're not allowed to hurt people's feelings.
Hurting bitches' feelings.
Well, you're not allowed to now. Remember, this is the state of the country we're in, though.
Well,
it's a society at the moment where you're not allowed to spew hate and whatever anyone classifies as hate.
It's really funny. This is everything that South Park's current season is talking about.
I know. It's driving me nuts. So let me finish what he said. I'm sure you can find a different place to discuss the game. It's not hard. This was my decision and mine alone. The other moderators tried to sway my opinion, but cynicism got the best of me as usual. Well, if you're such a fucking cynic, you shouldn't be a fucking moderator on Reddit to begin with, because Reddit is this is where people go to say whatever the fuck they want. And because the game is absolute shit, the guy fucking lied out of his ass. Guess what? People are gonna fucking dump on the game. That's what you got to deal with.
I wonder if anybody involved with No Man's Sky had something to say to this guy. And
I feel like Reddit moderators are nothing but fucking thought police.
No,
that's too aggressive. Let's get that out of here.
Well, see,
it's just censorship.
There's the differences, right? So, I was actually, I had a little bit of someone trying to be let's use the trigger word, bully on.
Is that a trigger word?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, being the bully, being the cyber bully, that's the buzzword that everyone likes to use. Oh, you're bullying me, Okay, so let's just use that kind of tongue in cheek. I was doing PvP with that mage, like I was saying, and I was doing okay. I was like top 4, top 5 in damage. So being a mage, fucking shit up. Yep. It was fun, and but we were losing because people weren't doing the objective. It was a capture the flag. People weren't doing the objective, so you lose. And this guy on my team was just starts talking shit, and I'm like, well, hey, you really didn't help out much either. I was being a dick too. And then he starts private messaging me,
of course,
and doing all these things. And
let me only let you know I'm talking shit.
Yeah, and he just was coming at me like, "Oh, we'll duel you." And of course, he was a class that at that level, yeah, he can destroy me. Yeah, you're a melee class. He was like a warrior or something. And like,
of course,
fuck me up, yeah. But
let me be a shadow priest in mind control. Y'all fucking kick your ass now.
Yeah. Oh no, you know what I said? That's what triggered him. I said get good.
Oh god,
I said get good.
It's a lot of people's trigger word.
It is. It's
so funny. In gaming, you tell someone to get good, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
They're like, "I am good. I'll fuck you up." Blah, 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 blah.
It's apparently you weren't. Okay, you can pull great damage numbers. Are you doing the objective? No. Okay, we lost. That's why you get good.
Yeah, because it was like, that's right. Because it's something about, that's how I like to start my morning with eggs and fail sauce or something like that. I'm like, yeah, okay, but get good. And he just starts. People just get so fucking triggered. It's just like,
I don't understand.
This is why a lot of the times I do enjoy playing with American. I enjoy playing with him, period. But I enjoy playing with him because he loves trolling people.
Yeah, I know.
And I really have started taking that bait too, just trolling other people. Just get good.
So here's the funny thing. Good. So No Man's Sky is such a busted game that the community can't even stand together.
Dude, it's yeah.
They
didn't even keep up with their community promise.
Here's the thing that pisses me off though. Hello Games, Sean Murray and company, are such crap that they couldn't even provide a forum for this place. The only place you can go is fucking Reddit, where they don't even.
To be fair, I think forum.
You would be surprised how much
BioWare shutting theirs down.
Their old one.
Are they starting up a new one?
No. Okay, you can still go to sotor.com and go to the forums there. BioWare's old just BioWare forum where it had all their games. You can go. Their community hub is going away.
I was misinformed.
Yeah. No, they're really old one that had, like, you can go, okay, I want to go talk about Dragon Age here. I want to go talk about blah, blah, blah. That's going away. You can still go to the specific game sites and go to the forums there. The reason why forums are kind of going away is because forums used to be a place where you can go and talk to the developers directly. Like, they'll scan those, or they'll search for keywords.
Yeah.
Now you have Twitter, and I can directly message you and say, hey, this. That's kind of why. Basket Putts. No Man's Sky community would have stood together, but they were all wandering separate forums, looking at the software, waiting for something good to happen. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm thinking of the game itself.
I didn't realize this was a flashlight.
It's not just a flashlight. It's a
I know,
battery
it's a
bank.
charger, yeah.
It's a battery bank.
Yeah, I started clicking it, and I was like, oh, fuck.
I love that thing.
That's pretty awesome.
No,
yeah, and yes, that's the hilarity of it is.
Well, and here's the thing. I think the reason why the community has gotten more toxic and more toxic and more toxic, it's festering, because Hello Games has been quiet since late August. They've said nothing. The last thing they said was, we're now going to focus on support. Haven't heard a word since. Yeah. And that was back in late August. We're in October now.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it. First, what got them in trouble was everything that they were saying, and then they're like, Sean Morris, shut the fuck up. Don't say a goddamn thing. Nobody say a goddamn thing. And maybe, my hope, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be really hard for them to climb out of such bad press.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the next thing I was going to say, is it makes you wonder if they'll have anything to come back to when they finally break the silence.
So many people, dude, there's mountains of traded-in copies at the retailer that I work at. Like, there's, like...
I think everyone knows where we work.
And they do.
Or worked. Where I worked, where he currently worked.
I just... while I do still work for them,
yeah.
Last thing I need is, oh, hey, we saw that you do a gaming talk show and you talking shit. Like, well, I'm not mentioning you by name, so if they figure it out, it's not my problem. This is because we have smart viewers.
Yeah, where you go and trade stuff. I mean, there's more than one place that does that.
There is. Yeah, you can trade them at Best Buy now, too.
Yeah.
Well, never mind.
Actually, no, I think they stopped that.
No, they still do.
They still do?
They give more.
They give more now?
That's what I've heard.
Oh.
I think it depends.
That's
it's all funny. Well, anyway.
Anyways, this game has gone through massive refunds, complaints of missing content, features, numbers of bugs and glitches, and most recently, development of the ASA investigating them for false advertising. But it looks like Sean Murray will be finally coming forward sometime this month, according to Jeff Keighley, who talked about No Man's Sky at length on the premiere of his new show, Live with YouTube Gaming.
I sound familiar.
He's the guy who does the VGAs.
Okay.
He's blonde dude, right? He's been Jeff Keighley's been a big guy in the gaming industry. He does a lot of interviews, talks to a lot of people. The funny thing, he doesn't normally shit on games too hard.
Mm-hmm.
But with No Man's Sky, Murray wanted to cut all contact with Keighley after he had some hard criticisms about No Man's Sky, like missing features and the price point. So what everyone else has been saying.
Yeah. I guess he's not blonde. I knew his face. I guess his hair's darker.
Jeff Keighley.
Nerd.
So Jeff Keighley says he thinks he may have contributed to the rise and fall of the game by helping it be debuted at such a huge platform, which was the VGX a few years ago.
But I don't think fault falls on him for that though, because you were serving what you were shown.
Yes,
you were shown a magnificent masterpiece. And you're like, holy crap, this is going to be awesome, just like the rest of the world thought. And then you opened it up, and it was a turd. So,
yeah. He says, but in the end, he said, no matter what, you have to be honest with your fans. You can't lie. And Sean wanted to preserve the promise and mystery of the game so much, he started to disrespect his audience.
Yeah.
Those of you who paid for it have every right to be disappointed if you felt misled.
Yeah.
And he's 100% right. I mean, that's truth being spoken right there. And that's the thing, I've been seeing so many fucking white knights for this game that they just defend it. They're like, I like it, so therefore it's good. It's good to you.
All of it's opinion based.
It's all opinion based.
Video games are an art. That's how I've always felt about it since forever. They are an art. You either like it or you don't.
It's interactive art.
It is. It's interactive art. Yeah, especially you look at some games. I mean, regardless of its terrible lack of features, No Man's Sky is visually very good.
Yeah.
You pop up in the game, you look at all these worlds. Once you get over the fact that there's only like, four or five different, iterations and stuff, it looks great. Everything's static, but it looks great. So, but I've always felt that it's an art form. Just like, if you consider movies art, video games are art too. It was Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah.
I guess the game becomes a judgment against them for liking it. Yeah, it's no, I don't. I'm not faulting you for liking the game, and that's what I tried to tell this person. I was like, you can like the game all you want. It doesn't mean that it still stands to reason that everything that it said was going to be in the game is not in the game.
Yeah, you can. Opinions are one thing, liking or not liking.
Yeah, I was like, it's fine if you like it.
A factual lack of features is a completely different other thing. You can look at, hey, this was supposed to be in it, it's not in it. Okay, bam. This is supposed to be in it, and it is. Okay, cool. So you start crossing down off the list, you're going to see that there's a significant amount of things that were promised that are not. Period. Yep. But regardless of that, you can still like it. It's what it comes down to.
But I guess the thing is, he may decide to appear on Keeley's new show and finally open up and talk about the game and maybe address some of the critics. I kind of want him to do it. I want to know what he has to say about it. I think a lot of people do, and I think he actually has a lot to answer for if he wants to remain in the gaming industry. As much as I say, you don't have to talk to anyone, you don't have to say anything. When you kind of have a business, and then you straight up lied and misled, I think.
But what's he gonna say?
A canned apology, more than likely.
That won't change anything.
Know. But here's the thing: like, are they done as a freaking company anymore? Like, if they came out
major fuck up,
if they came out with another game, do you think anyone's gonna buy it?
I think everyone would be extremely cautious, and you won't get near
the amount of
pre-orders and day one sales and all like that. I think that they have some stuff to make up for it. A good example, what was it? 2009, 2010, whenever it was that for the entire holiday season, it seemed Sony's servers got hacked.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
At the end of it all, and then what a lot of people don't know is Microsoft was getting just as hacked. Xbox was getting just as hacked. At the end of it, once everything got addressed and recovered and all that kind of stuff, Sony's apology to the public because of their lack of information and their all the reasons. Their silence. They gave everybody a bunch, some free stuff.
I think it was like 3 games.
It was like 3 games that back then were like $40 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
So it was an apology. And I'm not saying that,
they need to give free shit.
But,
they need to do more than just give a canned apology.
Yeah,
like,
there's a difference.
Oh, we're sorry. And it, like, apology that's not really an apology. It's like, I have to do this, so here. And, like,
right.
I think it's different. If you're heartfelt about it, if you're like, all right, look, we know we fucked up. Admit that you're at fault. That's the thing.
You're not admit it. But if I see a teleprompter, like, it's like...
Yeah, like, I see his eyes off to the side reading, like, going down, like, all right, you're done.
Yeah, it's...
The thing is, like, there's a difference. You have canned apologies, which don't really admit fault. They just say, I'm sorry.
Right. And I'm sorry for upsetting you.
I'm sorry for upsetting you.
No.
Versus, look, we fucked up.
Right.
Admit you're at fault. Say you're sorry. Say it'll be better at next time, whether we believe it or not. That's up to each individual person. But at least you did it. Yeah. At least you owned up. We always say take responsibility for your actions.
You gotta own up.
You have to own up.
I have no problem. Mistakes happen. We're all human for the most part, and we have to be able to say, "Hey, you know what? We fucked up. We got overzealous." And I don't doubt that they had all those plans, and that was all in the works. And then they just probably at the end they just hey,
you know what? Like, here's your fucking deadline.
I
mean, you can promise all this shit. Can you get it in? Because that's your deadline.
So they gotta own up, So
yeah, because even Shuhei Yoshida, the main guy for Sony, he threw him under the bus too. He was
well, they want to be able to cut ties and say, hey, you know what? This is their fuck up, not ours. That's what they want to do. They want to go, not you, not us.
Because they were only showing the publisher so much, and then the game comes out and boom.
Yeah.
So I mean. It falls on a developer as much as the reason why we don't fault some developers too much and we fault the publishers more is because let's say the people over at Treyarch for Activision, those devs could be great devs, but Activision's the one telling them, hey, you need to chop it up, you need to do this and this needs to be put here, this needs to be put here, and this is how it needs to work. And then the devs are in charge of just making it work.
That's why I really have no love for yearly installment of games.
No. That's why I like Battlefield. It's not a yearly installment. Every couple years,
So
usually.
I think it's every couple, and then in between they release something different.
Sometimes. Yeah, because Hardline was
Hardline's between 4
out
and
there.
this.
Yeah.
Oh no, but
And it's already been a couple years for Hardline.
4 came out in 2013.
Hardline came out, I think, a year after, but
15.
no one really played it. And then now
I checked it out, and I played like a couple other multiplayer modes. It was okay, but it wasn't
good enough.
It wasn't Battlefield.
Yeah, it wasn't Battlefield.
It was a different thing.
So I mean, I just they have a lot, dude, and like I said, like we talked about before, if the ASA finds out that determines that yes they falsely advertised, imagine the shitstorm that's about to happen. Oh, I've been reading Pokemon Go has been.
They're getting up there. No, of course.
No, it's been hemorrhaging players.
Oh no, it's been hemorrhaging players, but I mean it's getting up there with the fixes that it's making.
Yeah, it's still pulling in decent numbers, but it is hemorrhaging. But I mean, I kind of wanted to talk about that too, but I didn't put it in here.
Yeah, this last week I've been enjoying my non-committed time. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I've been there's days where I still have some studying to do, but I'm not having to spend 6 hours straight just studying. So I've been enjoying it. It's been I kind of essentially took a week off. What was really funny is that I forgot about a couple of quizzes and I forgot to read the chapters and I just kind of skimmed through them and I still get A's. That's what I'm used to seeing. A's, effortless A's.
Effortless A's.
Yeah, not fucking struggling C's. Ugh.
So
really quick with Pokemon Go, just one really cool thing. I don't have the details on it. I didn't do the homework, but one, I think that there's not a set date as to when it's coming, but legendary Pokemon are going to become significantly easier to capture. So it's going to be a rolling bonus that you can earn with certain types. So, for example, the ass load of
added gameplay.
It could be
for No Man's Sky.
Jesus Christ! Imagine if they go DLC. Get all the features we promised you. DLC. That'll be suicide.
It's suicide.
That'll be suicide.
You will literally put a gun to your head and pull the trigger, and that's exactly what you just did to your company.
Yep.
And any reputation you had in the gaming industry. Like, just quit, go back to the workforce, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Go back. I'll like some fries with that.
Supersize it for me, please.
They don't supersize anymore. That'd
be war. Yes,
yeah,
you're right, Basket. It would be war.
So it's gonna be a rolling bonus you can earn. So like all the countless amount of Rattatas and Pidgeys that people have caught will give you a bonus to catching that type. So normal bonus, water bonus, fire bonus, whatever.
Gotcha.
And so then when you go and encounter that, what I'm really looking forward to is finally getting a fucking Snorlax that I'll be able to get. So pitchforks sales
would sell out everywhere.
Pitchforks are selling everywhere. You can?
Don't ask how I know. No, I don't know, man.
I just want fries. I always just want fries. Potatoes, man.
It's potatoes. It's an Irish thing. That wraps it up for what we have this week. There wasn't much. It was just updates for mostly everything.
Yeah.
COD was the new thing, essentially.
You know what I'd like to hear from people is if we tried as a channel, and I'm going to catch you off guard with this.
Okay.
If we tried as a channel to set up through something like Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds, a game, a D&D type game, be it through Open Legend, D&D, Pathfinder, whatever we end up deciding as a group to do, would people like Basket of Pups and King of Madness and people like that would be interested in playing with us?
Playing with us?
Playing with us.
Like a D&D game?
Setting up a channel to DarkSide Junkie D&D game, something. I mean, I think something. I know it was on my mind. The thought came to me today while we were talking about it, because I've seen people like Don Forgecast who have them help. He has them help him build a character. Sorry, weird wording. But he has his viewers help him build a character, and it's where he built this really cool like hybrid monk Jedi sort of thing. So he took a level in monk. He took a level in warlock. And he was like this weird. He was like a Sith Lord, using. I think he was going on the Warlock 5th edition, going the Cthulhu type one.
Okay.
So, let us know. If not, I think Reaver and I are still going to talk about maybe doing something like that with our local friends, maybe putting something up online, because I think that's something that would be cool, try to expand our palette a little bit.
Because we've told everyone, we don't just cover video games, we cover gaming, period.
We love gaming, and in the last few years, I've become super, super interested.
Sort of like actual pickup D&D games, one of which I play.
You know what would be kind of cool is if we do it God damn it, what do they call it? I think they call it D&D Adventures is what it's called. And you have a certain format where you have to make them under these guidelines. It's a little bit more restricted, and obviously we wouldn't have to follow those rules. But it just set an example. It's a little bit more restricted, but you can make your character and hop into like any game at any of the game stores and come in with your character. But because you built it under these guidelines, they know you're not cheating, you're not overpowering, you're not doing this and that. And you walk in and they're like, oh hey, we're playing this scenario today. So it's like, oh hey, cool, Adventurers League. Thank you. That's what it's called.
What it was. Yeah.
I think Pathfinder calls it Adventurers League, or I don't know.
No, D&D calls it Adventurers League too.
Okay.
There's a Forgotten Realms Adventurers League that I was always interested in doing because Forgotten Realms is my favorite setting for
it's
D&D.
awesome setting. Now I lose my shit when I come across somebody and they don't know who Dritz is. I'm like,
Brunor, Wolfgar, Regis, Caddy Brown. Like, why are you kidding me?
You got
Artemis Tree, my nigga.
But so I think that'd be something really cool to do because I know. There's a ton of free material. Yeah, there's a ton of free material on the D&D side, and
I don't know if you were here when we were talking about Open Legends.
Open Legends, yeah. Check out once we put it up. Check out what we're talking about, or Google Open Legends. It's a really cool open source material that we're gonna look at here in depth, and it's gonna go up the 18th. You said
18th is going up
Kickstarter.
As soon as we're done here, I'm actually, if you still got time, I'm gonna show you.
Oh, I tell you what, I don't have a big ass test to study for. Yeah, no, it's cool, you know.
Yeah, you weren't here. We were talking about it in the very beginning when we started up. So there's go and look it out. They got some free material right now. They have a free system for creating a character and how it works. It's going to be open source and completely free, but they're also going to have like, you know, paid stuff. You're going to be able to.
Well, I always like paperback.
They're going to have paperback stuff. The Kickstarter starts on the 18th. Right now, they have a free like beta test type play test. I think is what they call them.
God, you remember when we played D&D?
The 5th edition.
Was next.
Fifth or D&D 5 next or D&D next.
It's just D&D next. God, that was awesome.
So they have a play test up right now. It's a whole like island, and there's a whole set of things that you can do.
Island.
I really like it because it's simple to pick up, but it's got enough to it to where you can get intricate with it. I really like the Banes and Boons systems, and I really like their leveling systems, so like how their attributes work and where you put points, because it's just so open, and it's just they focus more on mechanics and systems instead of like I said before, fluff and stuff. Champions anymore? I'm
not familiar with that.
Not familiar with it.
Champions what? Just Champions Tabletop?
Apparently, a lot of people are comparing Open Legends to Savage Lands. Their systems.
Champions League?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a song by 2 Chainz. Well, that's not it.
Oh, that's not by 2 Chainz. Shit, I don't listen to. But superhero RPG, video game. Like Champions Online.
Champions Online. I always wanted to play that.
No, I never played Champions Online. I wanted to play City of Heroes and City of Villains. That was the game everyone wanted. Alright, Champions Roleplaying. Alright, no, actually, right here. Here you go.
Tabletop game.
There's a tabletop game. Published by Hero Games, designed to simulate and function in a 4-color superhero comic book world. 4-color superhero comic book world? What? I'm confused.
I don't know.
The latest edition of the game uses the 6th edition of the hero system as revised by blah, blah, blah. There goes it. No, I don't know what happens, Basket. I guess no one else can see the link, but I see it. So that I guess that's all that matters. I do see the link, because everyone says that. Like, they put a link in, and they go, oh, I guess I can't put a link. But I see it.
Yeah, we know we see it. We just clicked it. We're looking at it.
Yeah. I don't know what setting I did. I don't know what I fucked up, but you can put links in. I see them.
But I think our main interests are in the high fantasy sort of playing. I think we'd also be interested if there was a Star Wars type or a...
That's the thing! Oh my god! I could do Star Wars. I could easily do a Star Wars fucking
I know
story.
I couldn't. I'd be like Chewbacca.
I could also do a Fallout story.
Got a hairball.
We could just do Miscreated. Like, let's fucking do it. Like, I can do I can do D&D, or I could do D&D, but I could also do like a post-apocalyptic. I could do a
Star Wars,
future Star Wars sci-fi-esque type thing. I can do like we're all Space Marines. I can do not necessarily Warhammer, but like you know we're all whatever.
Yeah,
I can do some shit like that. Scientists. You can
but
be like
I think my whole point with this is I'd like to try to see other options to get more active with you guys, so we can entertain you guys a little bit better, maybe get some more followers out of it.
I would actually love to do like a D&D session with followers. Like
because
that'd be awesome.
The beauty of the day and age that we live in, it has its downsides, but communication amongst great distances is pretty easy now.
Yeah.
So I would be pretty excited for some sort of opportunity to play something with you guys. Star Wars Warplane.
Fantasy Flight Games has a whole.
Yeah, no, this is actually really well fleshed out. That there is something that a source that we could use for that kind of stuff. But yeah, let us know. We have I think a lot of our viewers watch us like on their phone or tablets and stuff, so they can't see all our contacts. But check out the main page.
They hit the eye that's on your if you're watching on your phone. Tap the screen, hit the eye that pops up in the top right, and that pulls you to the info panels, and you can see everything.
Shoot us any suggestions you have, content stuff you want us to talk about. If you want us to even put a funny hat on, I have funny hats. Yeah. Something we can do. I have a squid hat from Splatoon.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I've been thinking about. I always forget to grab them, but I have a bunch of hats.
Wearing random things.
Masks. Yeah, just wearing random things. And like not even saying anything about it, just wearing it, just not even saying anything about it. Just just going on. Like
we should do that.
That'd be hella funny.
But hit us up anywhere.
Oh, he hit himself in the eye. Good job.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, you can go hit the eye
on the screen.
And then go through the info panel. You can hit us up Facebook, Twitter, anywhere there.
MySpace.
What the fuck?
Oh, wait. No, that's 10 years ago.
Back in junior high? No.
Junior college years, maybe.
But hit us up there. I know a lot of you guys don't actually have Facebook. It's very weird to me. I know most people do, whether they use it or not.
Well, it lost. God damn it, basket.
We cannot play miscreated with this guy.
No, he'll get. Oh, what's this flare gun for?
Fucking American did that.
I know he did.
He's like,
here. Well, see you later. Miscreate is a ton of fun. I think there's
going to be more.
Well, and it's early access. Oh, there's going to be more, and I can't wait for it to keep going and get better and get done. Mm-hmm. But that'll be cool.
Good luck. None of these survival games have actually released yet.
I know, it's crazy.
None of them.
It's crazy. It's funny. I was having a conversation with
They're
somebody
all
yesterday.
being done by small teams, though. That's why.
That's the issue. That's the problem.
Yeah, they take a lot longer when you have like 5 people working on it.
Of course, because they got lives, and a lot of times this isn't their bread and butter, so they got to focus on keeping bacon on the table, sort of thing, or turkey bacon, whatever.
I think this is where we're gonna end it. That's our podcast for the week.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time
on the dark side.
Are you planning on playing tonight at all?
Maybe. I don't know.
I probably will later tonight. We'll see what's up. So keep an eye out. We'll catch you all on the dark side.